Hello everybody, my name is Rafin and I hope you're having a wonderful day. We are trying out yet another game here on the channel. It's called City Tales Medieval Era. It is a game, it is a city builder. It is a city builder first and foremost. You have some interesting mechanics here and there, mostly connected to the fact that you have some friends, some followers that are here with you to build this city. And actually create maybe some stories later on. Important thing to note, I did receive this game, the demo, before it hit Steam, so keep that in mind. It will not change how I see the game. I'm actually gonna be probably quite critical, but that's like a minor spoiler alert. Let's consider this some feedback giving opportunity here for the game. We are to build the first shelter, but let's talk about the first thing that comes to our mind, or at least came to me when I booted up the game. This is very bright. This is like extremely bright. This is like I'm on some serious drugs right now. And the first thing I wanted to do was to tone it down a little bit. Like, I don't need this LSD driven dream to have on my screen. And I wanted to go to the settings, and you can change nothing. Actually, not too much. We could change resolution, and I'm gonna actually try it, but I don't know if you noticed that there was like a small little change. The high frame the frame rate limit. I also set it on 60, but it got changed for some reason. Let's hope that now it's gonna be fine. But I'm pretty sure that we're gonna go back to the settings at some point and they're gonna change back again. We're gonna check that later on. So there are some bugs already. You cannot really change how this game looks. Like, for me, it is a little bit too bright. Like, we could work on that a little bit. We do want to build the first shelter, and I'm gonna show you what do I mean by you have those, companions that you walk with here. But first of all, we do need to build this woodcutter's cabin. It doesn't really matter where you build it. There is no storage place to which those resources have to be placed or transported. That's probably the best way to put it. They are just magically added to some place, I guess, which is a little bit weird. We have built it. Okay, cool. Now they want those trees are not gonna cut themselves. We need to add one of our companions here, and you have several of those. They can level up different skills, different stuff. That's actually a kind of interesting mechanic. It can work pretty well. I feel like Misha is somebody who could be good when it comes to chopping trees, so let's put him. And already we have like a dialogue and things are happening, and I'm building some connection with those characters, and they are helping me to build this settlement too. So it's kind of interesting in that way. I see some potential there for some nice storytelling, depending how it's gonna be implemented in the full release. But there is something there for sure. We do want to build the first shelters too. We are actually now getting some basic resources for that. And the way you build those shelters, you actually kind of, well, for now I'm having to wait a little bit, so I'm not gonna spoiler that part. I'm actually waiting for that. Game, please. Like, we could do, yeah, we can go forward now. Very well, now we can build those houses. Yes, we can, old man. That's exactly what we can do. The game is actually showing us that we can just like select a place of land, and the bigger we're gonna select it, the bigger we're gonna make it, the more buildings, the more, well, places of land people could use to actually, get some buildings there. So we're gonna create maybe something a little bit smaller actually at the beginning. Maybe something like this. Yeah, 6. Let's go with 6. One issue, drawing those things is on your left click. It's very annoying. If you want to like check somebody, for example, Isabel or Alberic or anyone, or that deer that is just walking around, you use the left click. And if you just miss it by a centimeter, this is what you're starting to do. Kind of annoying. I think it should be like a, icon here for me to build those, and then I select it and then I actually draw it. It would be much more pleasant for controlling the game, to be honest. The first shelter has been built. Actually, building shelters, people coming to our village and building houses, this is how we acquire gold. This is the only way to acquire gold in the game right now. So like no trading, nothing like that, just building houses. When you build a parcel of land like this and you have those plots for people to settle in, you use those to build other stuff as well, like a lumber mill. And a lumber mill is like your basic building to produce some more advanced resources. So we're gonna get those planks, I guess. Yeah. Now, the one thing that was kind of annoying to me was the fact that, yes, I will select this place, but I have no way of stopping the regular settlers from building houses, basically. You can see that another shelter is being built there. I cannot stop it. If I would want to plan this piece of land to be like a central hub and have a place for a chapel or any other thing that we want to build, like this well, for example, that I really want to build there, we would have to actually destroy a shelter. And that's probably what we will have to do. And the game tells you that people will be unhappy, but I didn't really see that. I was destroying things left and right, but I didn't want to. I wanted to tell them not to build anything on that piece of land, because I want to build a well there at some point, for example, and I have no options like that. So that would be a huge thing for me to do, a huge option to have. We need to produce some planks, we need to produce some foliage ropes as well. How can we get those? Foliage ropes, where are we having this? This one. Okay, I guess I'm gonna build this one. A weaving workshop here. Okay. We have just that one parcel of land, we're gonna use that. This is being built slowly. Yeah, it's happening. It's not the prettiest game. I'm not gonna lie. Like the graphical style, it could get some things done. I think if it would be just tuned down a little bit on the color side of things, maybe add some extra shadows here and there, it could be much better, I believe. But I'm not always too focused on the graphical side of things when it comes to games like that. As you may notice, people do create those little paths themselves. I'm not building any roads or anything like that. This is gonna be created automatically. We built another building. We need to add yet another companion to actually run the building. So maybe let's go with Judith. You may actually see the problem that we are facing right now. We can build 3 other resource gatherers with the less companions that we have. At some point, the lumberyard here will become automatic, so we could actually get Misha out of there. The explanation is that he trained somebody to actually do the work. He had like an apprentice or something, and now he is doing it. So you don't need to put that companion there anymore, to have that companion there. The work is gonna be done anyway. So they matter initially when it comes to those buildings, but later on they don't. They just need to be there for some time. They limit your expansion to some degree, and I'm not sure how I feel about it actually. I feel like there could be something else to be added there. Maybe some extra perks or something. Maybe later on. We have produced quite a bit of planks, but we still are waiting for some ropes to be done. And then I guess we're gonna build this well, maybe, or something else. We could build Hunter's cabin, maybe. Your leadership is inspiring, my liege. Well, it's possible. It's just enough, just enough. But let's not rest on our laurels just yet. There's still a lot to be done. You may develop our economy as you see fit, but be mindful of the happiness of your villagers. Upgrade 5 shelters by satisfying occupants' requirements. Now, this is gonna be another thing that we need to kind of discuss. We want to upgrade those shelters because that's how we get that gold. So that's the basic thing that we want to do here. And if we click on this shelter, we can see that we need, what do we need? We need trade 1. This needs to be in range of trade 1, and we need those resources. So we spend those, we upgrade it to level 2, and we get 5 gold. Pretty simple, right? But look now, I clicked on another shelter that is also shelter level 1. And all of a sudden, they need water 1, and they need faith 1. And they need different resources too. Kinda confusing. Kinda weird, to be honest. So yeah, I was quite surprised by that. Usually when you have those things to be upgraded in games like that, it's usually pretty straightforward. Like you have one type of things that you need to advance to another level. Here you can't really know as a beginner kind of a player. It's not a big problem. Hey, remember that cabin you had me walk in? I do remember that, Misha. Well, I've made a few adjustments to it. You're gonna like them. I see you're enthusiastic as ever, Misha. So what are those adjustments you speak of? Small improvements? We're way past that. Good heavens, Misha, you took the time to train an apprentice. So, as I mentioned, more or less now he is gonna be... This place is gonna be able to walk on its own. We don't need to do anything there. We can get Misha off, and we still will be getting that wood produced. We need to upgrade those shelters. We don't have enough shelters to upgrade anyway, for now. What? Oh, Misha, what now? Leave me alone. Oh, you just said that. Dude, you just said that. The game has bugs, as you can see. We have bugs. Like Misha, you're not even there anymore, dude. You're gone. You're resting under some tree, dude. Give it a rest. So we want to build a trading place. We want to build water 1 and faith 1, and that's what we need. Kind of close here. We have a limit of those civil buildings that we can build. We are limited to just 2 in those little squares here, and right now we can just build a well. By the way, we have no other option there. So I'm gonna maybe build like a small parcel for just a well, but as you can see, I would like to build it a little bit closer, but I cannot, so I'm gonna just like do a little this. Oh, this district is too small. How lovely. Okay, let's build it a little bit bigger then. Maybe something like that. Good. Gonna get that well there. I guess that's a big piece of land for a well. Some of those buildings will require just 1 piece of land. Some will require 2 or more. It kind of depends on the building. So let's get that going. We really need that trading place though. We really need that. We also need, for sure, we need some food. So let's get started on a gatherer's cabin. Maybe, I don't know, maybe somewhere here. Yeah, let's go with that. We need, what do we need else? We need a hunter's cabin too. I think we had some deers here actually. Let's go for that. We're gonna... What there is happening, dear advisor? We finished the well. I must bring to your attention a most pressing matter. While the water well is simple structure, it's crucial for our town's development. Our residents need a source of water. Yeah, sure. Besides, we must cater to their needs. Yeah. Okay, so we can control a district right now. A little bit. Okay. Just let me play. Unfortunately, you cannot really control this place at all. Like, you cannot do anything. Like, you see, there is already an option. You could just, like, mark it red. Don't build anything there. You almost have it. We do need this trading plaza too, so let's build it there. We need it really much. Wait, not really much. We need it badly to upgrade those houses around us. We would build a chapel too, but unfortunately, as I mentioned to you, you already have 2 civil buildings in this district. You cannot build more. We need to build a chapel elsewhere, so we will start actually another district here, just so we can build this chapel. And this chapel is gonna take quite a bit of place, but that is okay. We need to put some people walking here, so Isabel, I think you're gonna be on berries. And I know Ike looks like a hunter, so yeah, why not? Go there, do something. We need a fisher's cabin too. And I think that's the place where some fishers were. Yeah, let's build that. The game is kind of easy, to be honest. Like, I'm not struggling too much with anything right now. Maybe with some gold, because acquiring it through just building buildings is kind of difficult. And developing your economy is just for upgrading those buildings. No trading, nothing like that. Kind of weird, but okay. I guess I would like to have the option to trade. Maybe. We do have this place built here now. We need a chapel too. We need a chapel and we need some berries, but we should be able to start upgrading some of those buildings pretty soon. Right now we're gonna click on one of them and we just wait for the resources. Maybe we're gonna just speed up the game a little bit. We can speed it up to like level 2, so that's always something. And we do need to upgrade some of those shelters because that's what the game tells us, so let's do it. We are actually getting some gold already because of that. We could start a parcel of land here as well, maybe. Like somewhere here. It should be in range of... Good. Of that chapel and that trading place and that well. It should be fine. Upgrade everything, whatever we can. Yeah, let's do it. Oh no, as you can see, I'm clicking the left click somewhere all the time. Because it's very natural to use the left click. And for it to immediately start doing those districts, it's kind of annoying, to be honest. It's really annoying. Rowena, get some fish. Get some fish, girl. Okay, we are slowly starting to build something, and as you can see, those districts are gonna get somehow connected to our main hall here. Yeah, that's more or less how we go. That's more or less how the building process works here. People in our village also don't eat, and that I found that very weird. There is no food consumption. You can look at berries right now, for example. You need them to upgrade buildings, but the people living in your village, they don't eat. They just don't. Which again was kind of weird for me, because in most of those games you have balancing that production and consumption of your villagers, of the food that you produce, of anything else really that you produce, is a very basic concept that mostly is present in all of those games. And not really here. And that makes the whole challenge kind of trivial, I would say, for me at least. Like, there is nothing that can happen, that can go wrong right now. Or at any point that I played the game. Like, you can get into a corner with no gold. That could happen. And I think in that case you could be in a very odd position to maybe not be able to actually move forward. I'm not sure if that's completely possible, but it seems like you could get just caught on yourself a little bit like that. But it's not like your people gonna starve or something. Like, there is nothing like that happening. And I don't know how I feel about it actually. I understand that you may be going for a chilled experience, but it kind of takes away all the challenge that was in a game like this. So not a fan really, not a fan. I think people should be eating and consuming stuff, and that would make sense to develop the economy actually, because right now they don't consume anything, so you don't need any more of those resource gathering buildings, not at all. You cannot trade with anyone, so there is no reason to produce more, to be honest. You just build one, and that's enough. That's gonna be enough for your whole village, which is weird when you think about it. Like, that shouldn't be the way it works. I don't know if you agree with me. Let me know in the comments, maybe. We do need to get some stone, so let's get some stone. Where do we have it, actually? Oh, stone quarry. I'm blind sometimes like that. Okay, let's build it maybe here. Yeah, why not? They're gonna build it. It's gonna take some time. It's starting to shape nicely. It's starting to look like a nice village, so I do love this idea with those plots of lands, and I think we saw that in Foundation, that those automatically created pieces of land, those fences, that stuff, it looks kind of nice. It looks very organic. Maybe a little bit weirdish here because you have those spaces in between. It really looks like districts, like, oh, here are the rich people next to the chapel. Or, okay, we are not gonna go into any religious related comments. Nah, we're not doing that. We are not. Yeah, I don't want to get cancelled before I even started. Let's upgrade some shelters. Let's go with that. The stone quarry is still not finished. Okay, it's gonna take some time, I guess. So we do need to wait for that. And we are slowly progressing. We are just slowly progressing here. I don't worry about anything, but I'm not looking at at those resources here, because I know that they are not gonna drop. It's not like I'm gonna run out of anything, so I don't worry about that stuff. Which maybe is something that you are looking in a game like this. We do want to get those cottages upgraded now, and we need some other buildings here. So we need stone, we need some better fancy food, and we need some tiles actually. Okay, we cannot get tiles yet because we are gathering some stone, and we need to actually add somebody to get that done. Maybe Misha. He was gathering before, he shall continue gathering. His life is gonna be all about gathering. Let's upgrade this shelter too, because again, I do like that gold. And maybe we're gonna build here now, although the chapel will probably not be close enough, but we may just build a little bit here. Maybe a big one like that. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. We do need... We're gonna need a chapel there. A moment, my liege. As you can see, my liege, you may order the construction of a building in a district, even if it's already full. However, we will need to take down one of its more modest houses to make room. Yeah, that would make the residents unhappy. I don't see any happiness meter, any way to actually tell if they are unhappy, so I don't care. I'm gonna destroy their buildings. I'm gonna make their life miserable. Ish. What do we need here? What do you need? We need trade too, so we need to upgrade this one somehow. We're gonna need some fancy rope, I think. And we need to progress a little bit further into the story. But you definitely will need a pharmacy and a performance stage. So let's wait for that stone to be gathered, just one more, and we're gonna build this performance stage here. Oh, we can upgrade this one already. Beautiful. Getting that gold, getting that gold. What else? We could get a rustic tavern. So we get some porridge, and actually we could start with this one too, because we need that fancy robe there. But let's start with this rustic tavern, and we need to... Oh, it requires a chapel too. Okay, well, we will building one. There should be one soon enough. Okay, let's build stuff. Let's just wait for them to do that. Let's check on the settings in the meantime. Okay, the settings didn't change. I got an upgrade. I got an update today, so maybe they actually fixed that already. Kudos to them, I guess. We do have a performance stage here. We need tiled roofs. Okay, we're gonna start to get those. But to get tiles, can we actually get tiles? No, not yet. Well, you told me we are getting those, and we are not. You lied to me, advisor. You are the worst advisor I ever had. You are a lying piece of old man. Let's build this rustic tavern. We can build it here. We could build a normal tavern too. We can build it here too. Yeah, why not? We do need to get some more advanced food production too. And we're gonna build a cattle farm maybe. Not sure where, maybe here. And in a similar way to creating districts, you actually create some plots of land to create a farm there. And we're gonna do that with cattle, we're gonna do that with linen. And with linen, I'm gonna build those like on the edges, I think. Yeah, let's go there. And a wheat farm as well. Boom, boom. Okay, just like that. Probably the wheat farm should be bigger, but okay. I think we can manage. We have, again, some buildings to upgrade here. The tavern isn't working. We need somebody. We can get Judith here. And rustic tavern ain't working either, so maybe Isabel? Yeah. I'm not sexist. I'm not picking ladies to cook before because, you know, that was just... Okay, I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna... Alberic. Okay. Yes, he seems rustic. Yeah, let's go with that. Cattle farm lacks workforce. Yes, I'm gonna do it. Game. Isabel, you're gonna do the farming now. Sorry, you could have had a nice little life in a tavern, but certainly. Nope. We are lacking things to produce here. Resources to produce those porridge here. But soon enough we will get it. We need this cattle farm working too, and we need Rowena doing it. And right now we cannot really move any single one of our companions to any additional resource gathering buildings, so we are kind of stuck. So yeah, we can build, but like it's not gonna matter. We could maybe upgrade a shelter. Yeah, let's do that. We have some shelters here. We could upgrade them. Oh, we lack the trade too, but it's gonna be here, so I hope it's gonna get there. We need those tiles produced as well, but we still cannot. We need to get that porridge in stock, okay? So we're gonna wait for that, I guess. We have 1 porridge, we're gonna wait till it's 10. And in the meantime, you can tell me in the comments if you think this game is nice or not, and if you had a good day or whatever else you... Oh, this little thing was like really stuck there. By the way, I do like the design of those animals. Like those boars, they seem kind of silly, but in a good way. Cows? How the cows look? Nice-ish. But like, those boars, they're really big. They are like huge. I'm not sure if you ever saw a wild boar, but they are not a size of a cow. They're not bigger than a cow. That's why I love them. They're just beyond silly. They're just amazing. The music, the sounds are alright. Even you have some voice acting for some of those companions. I wish for the advisor actually to be voiced. That would probably be kind of cool. I would still kind of hate him, but still. Now we need to get those tiles. Okay, let's get those tiles. Tiles. We need that fancy linen rope, and I'm not sure if I'm producing that actually. I don't think I am. So we need this one, and we need to build it in one of the districts somewhere. Okay, we need another district. Let's get that going. Like this. Okay. This one here. Oh no, you need a chapel for that, really, dude? And that's kind of annoying. It's difficult to build and to develop those. The main challenge for the game is that buildings require other buildings for reasons. Like the Tillery requires a chapel. Why? Are those tiles religious? Do they need to be baptized? I understand the trading part, maybe a little bit, because maybe they don't really trade it, but okay, maybe you need access to a market. Okay, I get it, but to a chapel, like, dude, we need this workshop to be built somewhere. I cannot build it here. The same thing, by the way, with the Tillery. I think I need to build it there, I guess. Okay. And we may start, actually, we will not start with the clay pit, because we do need those fancy ropes for that. So let's build that. Can we actually get somebody? I hope one of our companions actually can get here and actually walk. Yeah, actually, Misha just automated the walk on whatever thing he was walking, so he's an MVP right now. He's doing so much stuff. So now we can get that rope done, and we want those tiles to be produced. So first of all, we're gonna get that clay pit. As you may notice by now, I do have several issues with the game, and I'm saying it knowing that probably nobody will ever give me their game to play. But I have no hating bone in my body. Like, somebody said in a rap song recently. Um, I I think there is always a chance. I think the game has some issues, some design changes could be implemented maybe to make it a little bit better, but it has charm, I guess. There is always a chance to move forward. This is a very early development stage for a game like that, so I think there is a hope for some changes in the future, and the game could look a lot differently then. Okay, we are building tiles. We want tiles. We can get this clay pit. Okay, where do we want to? Okay, we have to build it. Okay, close to the water makes kind of sense, I guess. And already this settlement looks kind of nice. I think it looks fine. Those markets, those things, they look kind of nice. But again, too bright. Wouldn't you agree? This needs to be toned down a little bit. It almost like shines a little bit, and it shouldn't probably. Another house to be upgraded. Let's do that. We're doing fine-ish on the gold part, I guess. And we have something to upgrade. Oh no, we can later on. You can just build the trade too in some place if you have all the required things. So we could build the upgraded version. Okay, we have the clay pit built. It lacks somebody walking there. You can... Who's gonna go there? Alberic. Go there. Go there, dude. And we do need... Tillery. Where can we build a tillery? Oh, it requires a healing place. Okay, I guess we're gonna build it. A pharmacy. Here maybe? Luckily, nobody needs to be walking, at least none of our companions needs to be walking in those civil buildings there. Now we get that pharmacy done. We're gonna wait for it. We're gonna wait for it to build because we need those tiles. So let's get that going. Come on. Come on, game. Build that pharmacy. Good. Great. We can get the tillery now. I think we need to build it here anyway. Okay. Kind of low on cash right now. Do we need to build something else? We could probably upgrade some buildings. So if we get the tillery... Oh, and you can see now that the berries are dropping. We are getting less and less berries, and actually I want the tooltip to be displayed. The consumption is done only by buildings that are producing stuff, so the tavern in this case. And you may say, okay, we have an issue here, we need more berries, we need more places that are gonna produce berries, but you don't. You can keep it like this. It's gonna be red, it's gonna be not as nice, but you're not gonna get berries. They're gonna go all to the tavern, I guess, and be consumed there. But if your village is advanced enough and you don't need berries anymore, and you just need them in the tavern to be consumed, you don't really worry. You're good. So yeah, some balancing there could be done. Maybe, in general, you would want to have a surplus of berries anyway. But it's not that problematic as, like, your people gonna starve, you need to get those berries up. We have the tillery built, we can get Isabel walking there now. That's a nice building too. And the big crazy boar just roaming streets bigger than a man. Just chilling, just chilling. I'm like, dude, those are crazy. Like, I don't know who designed those, but that dude deserves a raise. They are for me, they are one of the best things in this game. Those boars, they're amazing. And friendly too. They are lovely creatures, lovely creatures. Uh, and here we have a deer. And it's like, okay, it's a deer. It's okay. Nothing too crazy. We actually can upgrade some buildings to a higher level now. Let's do it. Let's do it with at least one. Yeah, that's gonna be enough. That's gonna be the thing that we're gonna do this recording. That is gonna be probably it. You more or less see what the game is about. Right now, it's not really that challenging. It's a very chill experience. If you want to play one of the easiest city building games, this is it. The challenges in designing, planning though the layouts of your city, so you just have all those buildings that are required by all other buildings. I'm not sure about how fun that is. For me personally, at some point I was kind of annoyed, but maybe that can be toned down a little bit as well, with some additional ability to plan, to maybe not have a limited option when it comes to your districts and the civil buildings that you can have here. Because I would love this center, for example, to be like a city center. You usually design those in those city building games, like you have a center where you put all of your nice little important buildings and you build houses around that. That's the usual idea, you know. And in this way, it's kind of, you know, we're gonna have like several chapels, for example, because we need them to be everywhere. Basically, everything needs to be everywhere and has a range and coverage for the whole settlement, basically. Which, yeah, you know, kind of difficult to pull off, and I'm not sure if it's fun, to be honest. So yeah, it's probably a really harsh take on the game, and I'm hoping that they are not gonna take it that way. I'm hoping that they're gonna take it just as a, you know, this is some nice little feedback. We're gonna work on the game and we'll make it better in the future. I'm really happy with how the buildings look, for example. The buildings are kind of nice. They really look okay. But I feel like the fact that the game is just too bright makes it a little bit, you know, a little bit flattish. Like those buildings look nice enough that they should be the center. They would look much better if this game wouldn't be that bright. That's just my opinion. And yeah, the sound is okay. It's fine. It's chill. Nothing too big. Nothing too crazy. But this game is early in its development cycle. Maybe something to check out. The demos should be up on Steam right now, so you can check it out for free. It's definitely one of the easiest city building games I played recently. And yeah, I guess this is City Tales Medieval Era. Tell me what you think about the game, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe for more, because it really does help me to create those videos, and apparently it gets me noticed and able to play some of those games before they come out, so you know about them beforehand too. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.